Alright guys, we are finally back with the Hunted 1 Deepwoken build. Now you know the Hunted 1 video is surprisingly my most popular YouTube video I've ever made. So I figured I'd bring it back. You know, one of the big complaints with that video was how it's clickbait, how I kind of just go on to different games, how I don't even really do a build. So you know, today we're going to fix all of that. I'm going to actually be playing Deepwoken the entire video, no clickbait. I'm going to actually progress this build. I'm going to try to actually win some fights here too. You know, no guarantees. You know, I'm still a little bit rusty with Deepwoken. You know, last time I played, I literally left and played another game because of how many times I lost. Now we're going to change all of that today. Now it might take a little bit for anything interesting to happen, so I will play a training montage. Alright guys, looks like we finally got a 1v1 out here. For the build that I'm going right now, I'm thinking Frost Shadow. I'm going to try to get the domain expansion mantra. We also went Red Ice for the AoE attacks. And just because Red Ice is just way better than normal ice. We got some anti-heal on here. We're not going any crazy talents like Brick Wall or anything, but we'll try to make the best PvP build I can with how bad I started out this build. Alright guys, I may have lost that fight, but luckily I found another person right here that looks perfect to gank. Now hopefully we can finally get a win out here. Okay, this guy is jumping like an absolute madman. Now I'm starting to think he may be new to the game. Alright guys, and we finally did it. You know, episode 2, a few minutes in, we finally got our first kill into the Hunted 1 series. Alright guys, looks like we found one of the new spawning islands around the map. Now I heard there was like 15 versions of these or something like that, which is actually kind of insane for Deepwoken. You know, before all we had is that one tower and you couldn't barely fight on it because the platform was so small. But yeah, we're just gonna clear this out real fast, see if we get anything good. Alright guys, looks like we got a huge chest from that. Got some pretty decent gear in it. Another chest. Wait, this has a lot of stuff in it. Now that actually might be better than any other area in the Etrian Sea. Alright guys, a Sharko and a Golem are fighting right here. This should just be some free XP. Alright guys, I can explain. Wait a minute, I might be able to get up. Oh, wait a minute, we might be free here. Alright guys, we just escaped. I also just hit level 11, and we still have yet to receive the hybrid mantra we're looking for. Now, I've had the requirements for it since like around level 7 or level 8. So if worse comes to worse, we might just have to find that little shrine thing that lets us select hybrid mantra. You know, maybe we could do the mechanism for that. I don't know. We're also going Light's Final Toll for this build. I already have it. I just need to get the requirements for it. You know, this build's starting to come together. We're starting to get a little bit of a power spike. Pretty soon we're gonna be the hunting ones. Alright guys, I'm level 12 now, so I'm going to leave. We're going to head to the Eastern Luminant. But right before that, we're gonna take out this ship real quick. Now hopefully over at Songseeker we'll find more players. You know, usually that place is filled with players. Usually you're getting ganked just trying to mind your own business there. And I also want to see what it looks like on these maps, because these maps are a sick addition to the game. You know, Deepwoken is probably the only game I could come on here and say good things about. Feels good to be able to praise a game instead of talking down on it. Here we are, the gate. Alright guys, we just arrived here at Songseeker. Now I made a huge mistake on this build. I actually didn't realize that you needed light weapon to equip Light's Final Toll. I'm not sure if that was always the requirement. I'm pretty sure I'm having the biggest case of the Mandela effect right now, because I'm pretty sure it used to just be willpower. But anyways, it's not going to affect our build too much. We're just going to have to wait a few more levels before I can actually equip it. You know, that means we might still be struggling on these fights a little bit, but you know, what are you going to do? At least we'll be able to equip some weaker Cestus on the way to Light's Final Toll. But anyway, we're just going to try to get some levels out here. You know, we're going to try to fight some angels and some players if we could find any. Okay guys, first things first, you already know I'm going to take this guild's banner. You know, this is a dumb looking guild. We gotta replace it with a cool looking guild like the JoJo's is trash. Alright guys, I'm out at the bounty board and I find the name Silver Sero, and they're even a Felonor. Now I don't know if you guys know, but that is pretty much the exact same as one of my builds. So you know, I'm gonna have to show this guy that there can only be one real Silver Sero. Alright guys, I see him and I should be gaining on him any second now. You know, hopefully he doesn't run away or log. Okay, it seems like he wants to fight because he's not moving. Alright guys, it looks like I lost the Silver Sero fight. You know, if I was on my Silver Sero build, it might be a different story, but for now we're going to have to take the L. Okay guys, it looks like we are getting attacked right now for apparently no reason. I'm gonna be honest guys, I do not think I'm going to be winning this one. Alright guys, unfortunately we got jumped and gripped by a psychotically deranged JoJo fan. Now you know, I don't expect much from these creatures, but to attack somebody just while chilling? Come on man, not cool. Anyways guys, this is going to give me an opportunity to hit up the Diluvian mechanism and get the hybrid mantra that we need for the build. You know, maybe we can get some light attack too while we're here. Alright guys, we're approaching the Diluvian mechanism right next to these friendly gentlemen. Alright guys, we finally got the domain expansion mantra. You know, now all I gotta do is escape with this build alive. Now I did hear that you can no longer climb on top of the walls on the depths. I don't know how I personally feel about that change. You know, there are the people who are complaining that Deepwoken has gone too easy, and it feels like those are the same people complaining that you can't climb the walls in the depths anymore. I personally think that this won't be a problem after a while once players get used to it, but we'll see. Alright guys, immediately I found one of the bells for the gate. You know, it's kind of cool using these. You know, before this update you would never use these at all. And just like that guys, looks like we found the gate to escape, and it looks like it's open too. Alright, this is kind of a weird structure. I think we just go above it like this. And it looks like people are barrel stacking up here. I'm not sure if this is exactly how you're supposed to do it, but you know, we have evidence that people went up this way, so I'm just gonna go up this way, and it looks like we did it. Alright guys, honestly the new depths is pretty easy to escape. You know, first try we were able to escape in about like 5 minutes from when we entered the city. You know, I didn't show it in the video, but I also stopped to kill some lionfish, some mobs around the city. So, you know, I mean, honestly, people who are used to Deepwoken, people who are good, never die to the mobs anyway. The mobs aren't a threat at all. So making it slightly more inconvenient to escape might be an issue, but we'll just have to see in the future. You know, maybe they can add new ways to escape, make it a little bit more interesting. Alright guys, we made it to the surface safe and soundly. And finally, after all of this time, we can finally equip the Light's Final Toll. You know, now this build is just starting to really get started. But unfortunately, I've been playing this game for around 2.5 hours, so I could only imagine how long this is going to take to edit. You know, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to see part 3 with the Light's Final Toll. I'm sure with the Light's Final Toll, we won't be taking any L's. I'm sure we'll take dub after dub, kill after kill, grip after grip. You know, the only reason we lost here is the weapon, obviously. But besides that, I hope everyone has a good day. And for today's shout out, we got